divorce question. What is the best situation to tell your children, we don't love each other anymore, but we're going to stay together for your sake, so that you'll have a semblance of a happy family life? Or to say, I'm sorry, this doesn't work, we'll continue to love you, but we'll part and we'll love you the rest of our lives, and maybe we even can be happy on our different
Well,
sides.
sometimes, often, you have to make the best of a bad lot. You know, I mean, sometimes the best possible choice isn't there in front of you. And I would say, well, it's generally up to each person to decide under the circumstances which of those pathways forward would be likely to cause the least amount of misery. Well, you know, for you, for your wife, for your kids, you know, you have to balance all of that out. That's not an easy thing to do. I would also say that by the time it comes to the point where you're divorcing, all you may have left are one of two suboptimal choices. And, you know, so part of what I do as well is to try to lecture about what sort of interactions might facilitate a marriage such that it's less likely to end up in a situation like that. Now, sometimes people have irreconcilable differences and there's nothing that can be done about it. But often people are not good at negotiating, partly because they won't admit what they want, because then they know if they're not getting it. They make their criteria for failure clear, and that frightens them. So they keep themselves vague. Because they don't know what they want, they can't communicate it to their partners. And they don't know how to do that anyways, because they're not very good at negotiating. And then they avoid conflict. And so then the conflict, because when you avoid conflict, all you do is store it up for the future. And, you know, I've seen lots of people on the brink of divorce and in horrible marital situations, horrible family situations. And, you know, they have 25,000 disputes that haven't been settled. And at that point, it's like, maybe divorce is the best option. But that doesn't mean that it was the best option from the beginning. So hopefully people can learn to negotiate and to tell each other the truth, and that will increase the probability that they can maintain their relationships in a stable manner. And I'm not suggesting, by the way, that you didn't do that, because I don't know anything about your situation.
No.
So,
but I'm a little bit surprised that you don't take into account our level of irrationality. We're super irrational people. When you discuss, it's like we can all just agree on these things and look at the science and we'll fix everything. That's not how we
Oh, no,
work.
I don't think people are irrational at all. And I think that it's very difficult for us to negotiate. And it's amazing that we ever live in peace at all.
Yeah,
it's tremendously difficult.